a scouter's role in the order of the arrow. Hey, ScouterStan. I want to talk a little bit about getting involved as an adult leader in the Order of the Arrow. One of the major things that adult leaders do is help the youth grow into their leadership roles. One of the major things that adult leaders need to remind themselves constantly is that the youth do the planning, the youth do the leading, the youth run the lodge. The adults are there mainly as mentors and advisors, so that when the youth get lost or that something doesn't happen the way it should, they can come back to you and ask questions. What happened? And you, as an adult leader, need to be there for them so that you can mentor them through the many things that happen in the order. Now, there are specialized positions within each chapter. Each lodge will have chapters, and these chapters will have specialized positions. Most of these are advisory roles, and because of that, they're usually appointed. A chapter advisor is an adult that actually works with the chapter chief. So the chapter is managed by the chief with the adult as the advisor. An associate chapter advisor is sort of like an assistant scoutmaster. They help the regular adult advisor with the chapter chief and all of the other departments within the chapter. Now, in some chapters, there is a very large group, a team of people that are involved with inductions, and often there will be a position for an adult leader to help out with that. This is known as the inductions advisor, and they do all kinds of things like elections. They might go and help the youth get to the different units and do elections with them, overseeing and answering questions and helping them. They may even work with the pre-ordeal or ordeal teams in ceremonies. They might work together so that can be worked out, so that it's not so much of a burden for one adult or a bunch of youth. They may even go and do the instruction or help with the getting instructors for brotherhood. So induction is a huge thing within a chapter. Another big department would be the ceremonies team. The ceremonies advisor, the adult advisor working with them, needs to know all the words to the ceremonies. Then which ceremonies go where, and which different principles are involved. That's something that the adult leader can help the youth understand and actually put together a really great ceremony. Now, some chapters are so big they will have a ceremonies team that does all of the ceremonies. There are also smaller chapters that may get assistance from a larger chapter's ceremonies team to really put together a great ceremony. Hey, I want to take a moment and just thank you for joining the channel. We just recently hit our 2,000th member. And if you're not yet a member, a subscriber to this channel, I hope to earn your subscription. So feel free to hit the things in the different corners and the different buttons and become a member of our channel. Please comment and feel free to look at any of the 200 plus videos that are on the channel. And you can leave a comment even on the first video. Okay, so that's something you can do, and I will see it and I will reply. Now, I also maintain a whiteboard. It's actually a text file, and I type in ideas for the next season. You can add that in. If you have an idea for an episode here on the channel, feel free to email me a treatment, which is a fancy way of saying a script or just an ideal written out, that's something you can send me, and I will definitely get back with you on it. It may not be immediate, okay? I've got a lot of irons in the fire, as they say, or a lot of marshmallows roasting, okay? So I don't want any of them burning up on me. And this channel is not a secret, okay? So share, tell other people in your unit about this channel. That's what we're about. Now, keep in mind, this channel is intended for the adult leader, but youth watch them too. But that's okay, because we keep everything very Scout friendly, and that includes the comments. Again, I want to thank you so much for making this channel a success. I really appreciate it. Now, when I was an advisor for the Order of the Arrow for my chapter, we were the Tosahatchee chapter. We were the crazy chickens. That was us. We did a lot of fun stuff. Now, I was blessed with 3 great chapter chiefs. My first chapter chief was a natural leader, but he had a real difficulty in delegating. He wanted to do everything because he wanted it a very special way. And because of that, he gave himself more tasks than anyone else. And I had to constantly work with him and say, look, can't you delegate that to that person? This would make it so much easier, because then you could be at another place, okay? You can do more things by delegating. That was a huge lesson for that scout. But he was natural at it, and he just plowed forward and really set a very high bar, and a remarkable young man today. Now, my second chapter chief that as advisor I worked with was younger. He was a younger scout, and he was very charismatic in his delivery of his duties as chief. He was originally with ceremonies, so he was really focused on a lot of the ceremonies and stuff like that. So it was a really good mix with him coming in as a new chapter chief. And he did so many really cool things. And honestly, I often just step back, because a lot of times with youth, sometimes a failure teaches a better lesson. But he didn't have to have that lesson very often, because he was actually that good. Finally, my third one was a rebel. That's putting it very plainly, okay? He was a rebel. He wanted to push the envelope. And that's great. Leadership should push the envelope. And this young person, he did so many things and got us into so much trouble. I mean, he did some funny things, but it never was bad. It was just don't do what they did, okay? That kind of thing. So it was one of those things. But it was a privilege to be the advisor for all 3 of those young men. As an adult leader, you are actually expected to wear the full uniform with the sash and actually be a role model. As an adult in the order, there are things that we just don't do. We don't plan meetings. We don't lead meetings. We don't vote. That's one of the big things that is with an adult leader. The key word would be advise. That's really our job, to mentor and advise the youth towards a goal. In addition to that, one of our main goals is to promote the order with other scouts. The adults that are active with their chapter and lodge should always portray a positive attitude. Keep in mind, youth are looking to the adult leaders for the example. If you're having fun, they are probably having fun too. Hey, I got a special thing we're going to do for the Scouter joke. We have a guest. He's freeze-framed right here. Yeah, his name is Dean, and he's a subscriber to this channel. And Dean Roberts is going to do our Scouter's joke. So, take it away, Dean.
Hey there. Why isn't the koala bear considered a real bear? Because it did not qualify. Hey, hope you liked that one. And if you did, please give me a like, follow, subscribe. And I'll see you again next time.
Okay, so let's recover and get right back into it. Got to keep a good attitude. Oh my goodness. You know, in scouting, we do so much for our youth, and you do a lot of work for your youth. And I want to make sure that you understand that I appreciate it a whole lot. And I thank you so much for joining us on our channel, and put in your comments and neat little stories and stuff. I love hearing about it, and I do reply. So until next time, I'll see you on the trail.